Hey guys, hello from the desert where it is currently raining. This is Wednesday of the climate ride. Day 4, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, day 4. And so I've been trying to throw up some quick auto upload or auto edits from the GoPro. There will be more coming. Once I'm home, I'm going to edit together a better sort of thing. But a few of you had some questions, so I wanted to do a little vlog and answer them. One person asked, you know what, I probably should have written down the questions before I started this vlog. One person was asking about relative speeds. I tend to top out at 37, 38. After that, I get really nervous and I start hitting the brakes. But I go very, very slowly uphill and then usually like 38 or so downhill. Going downhill here, actually going uphill and downhill, way easier than my training rides. I am happy to say that like the training did its thing. You know, I was training in the Oakland Hills. I was nervous because this ride is like much more gradual inclines, but for longer. And I wasn't sure how my brain would deal with that, but so far it's been fine. So I'm on the ride with my friend Drew Curtis, who runs FARC. And Drew has done a lot of rides like this. And he was like, you know, I was really nervous about tomorrow's ride. It seems like the hardest one, really like steeper, longer uphill. And he was like, don't worry, by day 5, you're going to be better than day 1. And I'm like, that's stupid. Like, there's no way I'm going to get stronger as the days go by. I'm just going to get more exhausted. Drew was right, I think. So far, I'm like feeling better every day and like more confident. So that's been good. I told you guys that I was a little nervous about doing clipless. So I bought flat converters that clip on to the clipless pedals. Brilliant idea, right? Day 1, we're about to leave and I noticed that one of the flat pedals has just come off and the cleat that connects it to the pedal is stuck in the pedal. So before I can even start, like the whole Climate Ride team needs to come with screwdrivers and multi-tools and stuff to try to pry it out. It took like 3 different people 10 minutes to eventually they got it out. And so I was like, well, I guess I'm going clipless, but I have yet to fall. So that's been good. Even in the rain, no falling so far. I'm feeling like more confident than ever. So that's good. Wish I still had the option, but it's fine. So that was what happened on day 1. Day 2, as I'm like walking my bike to the start to put on the van, I noticed like, it sounds like the brake is rubbing a little bit. I rotate the wheel, it doesn't rotate for long. I'm like, oh, I should get that looked at. Not only was the brake rubbing up against the wheel, but I've never had hydraulic disc brakes before. So I was asked, like, how did this happen? How do I fix it in the future? You know, and they were very confused. They're like, we don't know how this happened. There's really only one way for your wheel to go on the bike. And I was like, yeah, I don't know. Like, maybe I put it on wrong when I got here because I took the front wheel off to get it in the car. And they were like, did you touch the brakes after you took off the wheel? And I was like, maybe? Like, I threw it in the car, so maybe the brakes were squeezed. So it turns out when you take a hydraulic disc brake bike and you take the front wheel off, or any wheel, I guess, you have to put a spacer in between the brakes. Otherwise, if you hit the brake lever, they clamp down together and it's very difficult to pry them apart. So I was like, oh, that's why it was really hard for me to get my tire back on the bike. I basically shoved it in there. They're like, yeah, that's what happened. So turns out I rode the entire first day with my brake riding, my brake rubbing on the wheel. So I was basically like handicapping myself, like in golf. So the second day was a harder route, but felt way easier to me. So yeah, I started the first 2 mornings with a problem. But you know, Climate Ride staff are fucking amazing. Also, the food has been incredible. We've been eating at like delicious restaurants, and the lunches, they made this big cheese spread for one of our lunch stops. It's been awesome. So thank you again to everybody who donated. You're awesome, and I just want you to know that like the training paid off, your words of encouragement paid off, because I'm having a really fun time making new friends, and we're helping, you know, some really awesome nonprofits focused on climate justice and all that fun stuff. I'll talk about that, you know, at the end of the ride, or maybe when I'm home. But yeah, so that's the update. Looks like our afternoon ride might be canceled. I really hope the GoPro footage, if it turned out, it got rained on, so it might not turn out, but it was so cool. We were coming down this mountain this morning, and there was lightning everywhere and thunder. It was super cool. So hopefully you guys will get to see that maybe tomorrow. It's uploading now. So that's it. I'll see you guys later.